Welcome back to Let's Play Control. I'm BurningDogFace, and last time, I beat the game. It was nice. Well, I beat the main campaign anyway. Unfortunately, there's still work to be done. As Jesse has said, as long as even one hiss remains inside the oldest house, we're unable to lift the lockdown. You know, considering how much effort they have put into talking about how much the oldest house shifts, I really haven't noticed these maps changing all that much. Okay, first order of business.
Oh, I can't believe the emergency rations don't include beer. Fucking thirsty.
So, Simon, once we get the lockdown lifted, are you doing anything that's... Wait, no, this is inappropriate. Yeah, I was thinking we could go out for coffee or something, maybe talk about... Wait, shit, this is still inappropriate, even if I'm not literally in the outfit labeled director. Ah, hell. I'll put the director's suit back on so we can have ourselves a chat with, I believe... Oh, right, no, there's this Marshall over there and she's gone, so I'm going to go up here and say hi to Emily.
Could survivors be hiding inside?
It's possible. I remember a report about a similar incident from '84. The Bureau lost contact with a whole department during a house shift. The department head was found in the motel 2 years later, his arm stuck in the vending machine.
Make a note to send in a search party when possible.
Huh. I wasn't even sure multiple people could exist in the Ocean View Motel at the same time. Okay, since this will be more straightforward. Variants and alterations. Analysis of hits threat part 5. Sorry about that, I wanted to grab a lozenge and I didn't want it to, fill the air with the noise of crinkling bags and such. The lozenge wrapper says, be unstoppable. Ahem! His corruption manifests in vastly different ways. Some hosts remain largely unchanged, while others are barely recognizable as human. What determines this level of alteration? Is it the duration of corruption? It could simply be an evolutionary process, each entity representing a stage of growth in an undisclosed undiscovered linear progression leading towards what? Additionally, Hiss entities possess various paranatural abilities. How have they achieved this? Do they gain them from corrupting objects of power? Have they corrupted a single, highly talented para-utilitarian and divided their access to paranatural abilities across the network of Hiss-corrupted hosts? As a scientist, I am hindered by the sheer number of questions. It's difficult to identify where one should begin. What is the most pertinent question? How do we kill it? That seems like a good start. Refer to file redacted for full report. Compiled by Emily Pope at Research Specialist by order of Director Jesse Faden. Oh. Endless grind. Oh, what do you want?
My reflection trapped in the darkness of the coffee I nurse. The rain turneth the lights of the city into a mosaic on the windows. The day's paper lists all the things wrong in the world. The list grows longer by the day. The difference between the morning and the night. Coffee. Whiskey. No other difference. The alarm goes off at 5 a.m. It feels like I just closed my eyes. It's dark. I sit up on the bed in the gloom. I get up, I shower. The driver waits for me downstairs, takes me to the oldest house. An old man stares at me in the car window. It's raining. It's dark. Late at night, he brings me back here. It's not a home, it's a room where I sleep in, waking up just as tired as I was before going to bed. Endless grind.
Alright, I'm sorry for being rude, but in my defense, he had, almost destroyed the entire universe there. Oh, the board wants to have a chat, too. The future. The hiss is removed silent from the astral plane. You have proven beaten the not you. We tolerate you very much. You are prepared unprepared for what comes next. We will speak again in the future expansion. Good work, Victory Director. I believe the 2 DLCs were officially referred to as expansion content, so yeah, that was a hint. Why does it keep going off to the right? Oh, because the mouse is over there. Let me see what we gotta do here. I never did do that. I feel bad about these. These executive incursions. Alright, I'm not gonna do that. We've got... I might go after it. You know what? Oh, do I want to do that? No, I guess not. I am curious about what the incursions for Hiss nodes are, though. Oh, I don't even know where to begin. Alright. Let's have at least one fight in the director outfit, shall we? Transit corridor. I remember now. Transit corridor north. This way I won't have to go through the transit corridor. Or those dudes spawn. This is probably a bad idea. Okay, back over here, and we're going down this way to the transit corridor. It's an audio thing, so I'm sure I've listened to it already. On second thought, digging through the floor will take way too long, so let's just find a staircase.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of
I don't know if I've seen this one or not.
world events.
No, I think I've probably seen
These
that.
forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television,
Right, okay.
a supposedly haunted house. So, clearly humanity affects...
Oops. Yes, this way, and the elevator is at the other end. Okay. You know, the loading screen tip was about the Hiss clusters, and I actually thought to myself, wait, I thought that was what a Hiss node was. The fuck? Looks like there's one in the elevator. Oh, well, I hate that. Although, on a side note, putting one upstairs was shitty. That says Transit Corridor North. Oh, wow, there's actually fucking fingerprints on the wall. You can see them. That's a high level of detail. Oh! I see we have a problem here. As the director of the FBC, allow me to help. Don't worry, I'm well trained in conflict negotiation. God damn it. Oh, it actually died there, too. Piss drink. I wonder how it knows the difference between when you die attempting the thing and when you die somewhere else while the countdown is still going. Yeah, it's not going well. Okay, that was funny. I spent a lot of time laying out my war theory last time. And, the whole thing may have been nonsense. those points, but I'm nervous about it because I, didn't make it to the maxed out things I wanted. I was absolutely certain that from the first moment Jesse mentioned going to turn it off, I was certain that it wouldn't be the slide projector. She'd get there and it would be off or it would be broken. So, oh no, they're finding a different way, and I assumed it was through Dylan somehow. I spent all that time laying out my war theory, and then it turned out that Hedron may have been benevolent after all, and I don't know. It's all very confusing. Though I suppose, as was noted in an earlier comment, having no idea what's actually going on is a good thing for a scientist. Because it means you get to learn.
I found a couple of relevant files in Dr. Darling's office. I'd have to dig through the archives for the rest, but I'm not going through the peanut department. Not with the altered items loose.
Then go see if any ranger squads are available for a file retrieval mission. Jesse, good to see you. We've got Dylan situated in his containment cell like you asked. I've got medical staff running tests as we speak, and I'd be happy to walk you through the details later. Other than that, what's next?
With the slide projector turned off, the hiss are shut out, but we're stuck with the ones already here. We can't lift the lockdown until they're all eradicated. If any hiss ever got out, that would be the end of everything.
Well, eliminating them all will take time. Look, I'll do what I can on my end, but my research is progressing slower than I'd like.
I think I can help with that. I am making you the head of research, effective immediately. I want you to use everything the Bureau has, every resource, every confidential scrap of data, and find a way to keep the hiss out for good.
That's... Really? I mean, yes, I can certainly... Yes! Yes, I accept.
You'll do great. Besides, I didn't really have anyone else lined up.
I'm honored, Jesse, really. Thank you.
Oh, wait, no, there's actual topics of conversation.
I've looked through the docs we found in Dimensional Research. That slide projector is extremely powerful. You were right to shut it down.
How do you feel about me taking over as director?
You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I am still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me. But the Bureau has changed. Trench and Darling are gone. Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone.
They're the Bureau's past, Emily. We won't operate like they did. We'll learn from their mistakes.
Nice!
We'll be better than they ever were. We won't ever be like them.
I had a feeling, a strong hope, that a survivor of an AWE would change the Bureau so that they give more of a shit about the civilians who get affected by this. Even if you can't tell the world the whole truth. I mean, I was thinking about the werewolf one, the hand chair that manipulates gravity. They mentioned that a bunch of broken bodies had been found, which is what led to the werewolf rumor in the first place, and I was just thinking, none of those people's families will ever have the slightest bit of closure. They just took the chair and left. They considered it a good thing that no one witnessed that event, the event where they had to fight the chair, because that means they didn't have to come up with an excuse. They just took the chair, they went, and those people will never know what happened to their loved ones.
When the hiss got into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you?
Empirically, no, but phantom voices as well as hallucinatory states are not uncommon here. And considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise.
And that doesn't upset you?
Oh, very. And the fact that he hid those forces from me, it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, But as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it.
Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work.
Fuck that. I'm not a child. Like, don't just assume I'm going to consider something morally repugnant.
Which it all was.
Which it all was, of course.
He was literally consumed by the research you're complaining you didn't get a part in. I'm just saying. Edison seems very important. I was wondering how the HRAs are even going to continue working now that they don't have Hedron to siphon off of. I mean, is Jesse just going to have to go down into the basement every few days and fill up a giant tank with resonance energy? Now that, Hedron and Polaris are distinctly separate entities, I guess.
So, there was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers. The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment.
So that explains the HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things. I mean, I was about to go under forever when the hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay, which I'm guessing must be...
me.
You. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you, the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand all of this. And I'm okay with that. I'm just glad you're here with me. That's good to know. Thanks, Emily.
When she said, "I'm glad you're here with me," I was absolutely expecting the screen to go all shimmery for a second. You know, like it's saying, "I'm glad to be here too," or something.
How was Dylan?
The same. I can't detect any his activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say.
Then I just have to wait for him.
I'm going to be
That's
honest. I tuned that one
He
out. I
waited
kind of
a
spaced out for a
long
second
time
there.
for me.
Huh.
Don't worry. We'll be monitoring him round the clock. If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just... well, you know.
I hear you. My brother isn't exactly popular around here. I hope one day he'll have the chance to change that.
I just need to hear the beginning of this again. Sorry.
How was Dylan?
The same. I can't detect any his activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the hiss, like spasms.
Right, okay.
Dylan could wake up. I really can't. We'll be monitoring. If he wakes,
I hear you. My brother isn't.
Okay, and the board.
I found Dylan attacking the astral plane and the board. What was he hoping to accomplish?
Huh. Since they arrived, his have been corrupting objects of power, which have an inherent link to the astral plane. Maybe their goal was to access the astral plane and the board itself.
That still doesn't tell us why.
His motives are a difficult thing to work out, but I have been digging through confidential files and noticed a strange gap in knowledge regarding the board. Looks like any data on them has either been deleted or was never gathered in the first place.
Then maybe it's time someone looked into that.
Maybe it is.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily.
Who moved my
Not
voice
even as a joke.
recording?
Sorry, ma'am. I took them.
I was just thinking about, I enjoy that there are multiple competing theories in the frickin' comments of my videos.
Fucking thirsty.
I've seen people say that Polaris was a side effect of the hiss, a natural opposite reaction. That someone suggested that Hedron was a resonance-based predator, and it was on that planet to feed on the hiss. Which is why its actions weren't entirely benevolent or malevolent. There, I said it properly. Let me see. Oh yeah, over here. Let's go check out Dylan as he sleeps.
Director stopped the hiss, right? Sounds like she can really handle things.
Thank you.
Finally, someone had the balls to take the fight to them. It's about time we had someone other than an old man at the helm.
Actually, I agree. She's beaten the hiss over and over. If we win this thing, it'll be because of her.
Thanks, dude with Langston's voice. I was kind of...
I'll be here waiting for you when you wake up, brother. If you wake up.
You can actually see his chest rising and falling. Huh. Can I go in and hold his hand? No, I guess he is still a possible threat. Hey, maybe you should have someone in there? Just a thought.
When do you think Marshall's coming back?
Wait, I'm the director.
It's not like
Have
it's
someone
Jackson
put in that
versus-
room.
Marshall's as tough as they come. You don't need to worry about it.
The director shut it down. No problem. It's a huge victory. Huge!
I heard she sacrificed her brother's soul to seal the his dimension.
What are you talking about? I've told you 100 times to stop with your conspiracy horseshit.
I mean, I have heard you blame Darling, me, and Trench separately for the lockdown in the first place, so, you know. Oh boy, there's the timer. I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Let me see. What do I want? I want that. I want to be able to, you know, convert a big hiss. So maybe I'll just get that right now and ensure that I get it. Seize 5, plus 15% to seize duration. And seize strength. Seize large enemies and their health is low. I don't think there's anything left that I can get for just one. Oh, except that, apparently. Oh, okay. I could do that. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'd really like to get max health and max energy, and you know, I could max out this part of launch if I really hope to. It's just I don't know that there are enough points left for that at all. And while I'm here, wait, oh yeah, that is spin. Okay, just making sure. Non-standard issue achievement unlocked. Upgrade any weapon form to level 3. And Shatter, since these are the two I use the most. Hell yes. Oh! Charge into the field is the art commercial of war. Sure. I don't have that. Wait, the servers are in surge mode. Yeah, I don't have that. Kill hiss rangers. They know how to use your soldiers, humans, toys. Smart. Oh, I can't actually accept that. Interesting. Okay.
There's no way this happened by accident. I'm telling you. The board arranged this to whittle down our numbers, to prepare.
Can't you just process these staff files quietly? I don't want to hear this.
You don't want to hear how we're just sheep being led to slaughter by our own ignorance? Fine, fine.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna step down here. You think this is a barricade, or do you think this is just already here? That doesn't matter. Oh, I was starting to say, yeah, just finish the thought before I finish the episode. My best friend Ronan Drake believes that the Hiss don't have a central intelligence, that it's essentially acting on instinct like an animal. Like it's just spreading because that's what it does. I don't know that I agree with that. I, feel like there would be, Hello? Oh, wait. Oh, you are one of those guys. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that, because stuff like, Dylan being different from everyone else, and, I mean, I guess that would mean that the incantation was just, really was just nonsense, and that kind of, I don't know, it just feels like an anticlimax, you know? Ah! Really? Really? Fine. I'll just call it here, then. I'm BurningDogFace, and I will see you on the next episode of whatever I title this, whether it's Let's Play Control or whether we're going on to Foundation or something. When we, continue checking things off the to-do list. Later.